In this video, I'm going to rate every single BTO project offered in 2025. To make it more objective, I will be using a rating system based on each project's location, the potential resale value, the starting asking price, the number of nearby schools, and the available amenities. But before we dive into the details, let me first explain how my rating system works. For location, I'm giving 5 stars if you can travel to the CBD area within 30 minutes by public transportation and the nearest train station is less than a 10 minutes walk. However, if the train station is a little further away and requires more walking, I will give it 4 stars. If the distance from the BTO to the CBD area is about 30 to 60 minutes and the train station is near, I'll give it 3 stars. But if the train station is further away, I'll give it 2 stars, and so forth and so on. The next criteria I'm using is the average resale value of a 4-room flat in that town based on recent historical transactions of projects that were TOP'd, let's say, within the past 10 years. In other words, I'm only taking the average price from relatively new projects. If it's more than $900,000, I will give it 5 stars. If it's between $800,000 and under $900,000, I'll give it 4 stars, and so on. When we talk about resale value, then logically, we should also rate based on the BTO's lowest asking price, right? However, because this video was created before HDB officially launched the October BTO, at this point in time, I can only estimate the starting price of a 4-room flat based on past data. Obviously, the cheaper the better. If you would like to see the final rating after we have all the information from HDB such as the pricing, waiting time, etc., please comment down below and give a thumbs up to this video. Now, rating amenities is where things get a little tricky. I decided just to be subjective on this one because I don't think you can simply count based on the number of hawker centers, shops, malls, and parks. Why? Well, because it also depends on the size, the distance, etc. So on this one, I will just be subjective. The next criteria I'm using is the number of nearby schools. This one is also a little bit tricky. Because the BTO hasn't been completed yet, we can't really use the MOE School Finder website. Hence, I'm just going to rate based on the number of schools shown on the map that HDB used to launch the BTO. So it's not exactly based on how many schools are available within 2-kilometer radius, but rather just like whatever is displayed on the HDB map. To simplify, I'm not going to take into consideration whether a particular school is famous or not. Because in theory, all schools supposed to be good schools, right? If the number of schools is beyond 25, I'll give it 5 stars. If it's between 20 to 24, I'll give it 4 stars, and so forth and so on. Okay, now let's start with the Mo Kio BTO project. For Mo Kio project, unfortunately, this is located far away from MRT station. So Yio Chu Kang is about 1.1 kilometer based on Google Map. So definitely not within walking distance. So even though this project is located in a mature town, but because it's far away from MRT station, I can only give the location of this project 2 stars. Now, in terms of average resale price for a 4-room in the town, it's about $991,000, so definitely this project could get 5 stars for the potential resale value. In terms of estimated starting price for a 4-room flat, I'm guessing that this project will be sold above $500,000, so I'll give it 2 stars. So for amenities, the on-site facilities are quite complete. You will have a preschool, an eating house, supermarket, shops, etc. In terms of amenities within walking distance, it's not much, but there are some lah. If you want more amenities, unfortunately, you would have to take a bus to either Mo Kio station area or you go near Yio Chu Kang MRT station. So that's why I'm giving this project in terms of amenities 3 stars. How about school options? Well, based on the number of schools displayed on the HDB map, it's about 23 schools. So I'm giving this project 4 stars in terms of schools. If we average all the numbers, Mo Kio project gets 3.2 out of 5 scales. Okay, now let's talk about the Bedok Chee BTO. So this is also another project that is located really far away from the MRT station, unfortunately. So based on Google Map, Bedok MRT station is about 1.5 kilometer. So definitely you'll need to take a bus. So in terms of location, I will give this project 2 stars. How about average resale transaction? Well, based on historical value of newly MOP projects, a 4-room flat here is typically being sold around $842,000. So I'll give this project 4 stars in terms of potential resale value. In terms of estimated starting price for a 4-room flat, I'm guessing that this project will be sold beyond $500,000. So I will give it 2 stars. In terms of amenities, unfortunately, the on-site facilities is only a preschool, but there are some amenities like supermarket and shops in nearby HDB flats. So you can just walk there. Of course, if you want more amenities, you will need to take a bus to the Bedok MRT station area. So that's why for amenities, I will give this project 3 stars. In terms of number of schools, based on the HDB map, I counted there are like 16 schools or something. So I will give 3 stars in terms of number of schools for this project. So if we average the number, the total is 2.8 out of 5 skills. Now let's talk about the Bishan BTO project. So based on Google Map, this project is about 600 meters from Bishan MRT station, so that's good. And of course, because Bishan is part of North-South line and also Circle line, it's very easy to commute. The distance to CBD area is also within 30 minutes. So I will give this project 5 stars in terms of location. How about potential resale value? Well, interestingly, when I went to the HDB website, there's no newly MOP project. You only have like old BTO projects, which is not really fair if I compare it with that. So I will just estimate the potential resale value for this project, definitely like 5 stars because of the prime location. And Bishan has always been a town that is high in demand. So I think 5 stars is appropriate in terms of potential resale value. However, it's not only us who knows that Bishan is very well in demand. HDB, of course, they also knew. Then the estimated starting price, I'm guessing this would be more than $550,000. So I'm giving 1 star for estimated starting price. In terms of amenities, I'll give this project 5 stars because you do have quite a lot of amenities within walking distance. So that's good. In terms of on-site facilities, so this project will have a preschool and also kidney dialysis center, which is not much to be fair, but then again, within walking distance, you have a lot of options. So I think this project still deserves 5 stars in terms of amenities. Now, in terms of number of schools, somehow I was under the impression that there are so many schools in Bishan, but based on the map when I counted, there are actually only 14 shown up. So I will give this project 2 stars in terms of school options, but this goes to show that using clear criteria really helps to be more objective. So if we total all the numbers for Bishan BTO project, the average score is 3.6 out of 5 skills. Now let's talk about the Keppel BTO project. In terms of location, this project is located about 350 meters from Teluk Blangah and 650 meters from Labrador Park. It's quite convenient to go to the CBD area. So for this project in terms of location, I will give it 4 stars. In terms of average resale value based on statistics, it's actually more than 1 million already. To be exact, it's about $1,005,000 something. So this project in terms of resale value can get 5 stars. How about estimated starting price? Well, I bet it's more than $550. So we'll give it 1 star in terms of estimated starting price. So next, we need to rate the amenities. To be fair, because this area is still under transformation, you won't get much within walking distance. You would need to travel to, let's say, Harbourfront MRT station area to get more amenities because there are malls there. But then again, if we look at the master plan, I think soon or later there will be like integrated development in the area. There will be more supermarket, maybe malls, etc. So I'm giving this project 3 stars in terms of amenities, not necessarily because of the current condition, but based on the promise of the future. So I'll give it 3 stars. Now, how about number of schools? So based on the HDB map, if you really zoom out, you will see 13 schools. So in terms of school options, I will give this project 2 stars. If we total up all the numbers, the average is 3.0 for this project out of 5 skills, of course. Now let's talk about the red Hill Close BTO, which is also located in Bukit Merah town. In terms of location, this project is within walking distance to Red Hill MRT station, which can connect you directly to City Hall MRT station or to Raffles MRT station. So definitely 5 stars in terms of location. For average resale price, the average based on statistics is also beyond $1 million. So I'm giving 5 stars for average resale price. In terms of estimated starting price, again, we don't know the price at this point, but I'm guessing it will be sold beyond $550,000, so I'll give this project 1 star. In terms of amenities, this project actually has more amenities compared to Keppel BTO because Hill Close, if you look at the map, surrounding the area, there are quite a lot of amenities. You have shops, you have restaurants, you have supermarket, etc. So I'll give 5 star in terms of amenities for this project. In terms of number of schools, I counted on the map, there are like 14 schools. So I will give this project 2 stars in terms of number of schools. If we total the numbers, the average is 3.6 out of 5 scale for Hill Close BTO. Now let's talk about the Mount Pleasant BTO at Toa Payoh. In terms of location, this project will also be close to MRT station, which will be about 300 meters from Mount Pleasant MRT. So definitely that's very convenient. So I'll give it 4 stars in terms of location. In terms of average resale price, for a 4-room flat in the area, interestingly, the average is very high. It's like $1,065,000 or something. So definitely 5 stars in terms of potential resale value. But again, to be fair, when I'm giving this star, I only judge it based on the matrix that I've shown you before. I did not put into consideration that this project is near 2 cemeteries. So it depends on your point of view whether this project in terms of resale value is still a 5 star or maybe 4 star. It's up to you, but I'm giving it 5 stars. In terms of estimated starting price for a 4-room flat, again, I'm guessing it will be sold beyond $550,000. So we'll give this 1 star for estimated starting price. In terms of amenities, so this area is on the same boat with the Keppel BTO, right? In a sense that the area itself is still being transformed. The on-site facilities for this BTO is actually good. It will have a preschool, an eating house, some supermarket, several shops, residence, network center, etc. So the on-site facilities itself is quite good. And I'm also hearing there will be a polyclinic within walking distance. If you want more amenities, obviously you can just take the MRT or take the bus to nearby towns because it's very close to several town centers. So in terms of amenities, I'm giving this project 4 stars. How about number of schools? Based on the HDB map, there are about 19 schools in the area. So I'll give it 3 stars for number of schools. So if we total all the numbers, the average is 3.4 for Mount Pleasant BTO out of 5 scales. Okay, now let's discuss the Jurong East BTO project. So this project is within walking distance to the Pandan Reservoir MRT station, which is about only 2 stops from the Jurong East MRT station, but then again it's quite far from the CBD area, which is the criteria that I have defined, right? So in terms of location, I'm giving this project 3 stars. In terms of average resale value, according to the HDB statistics, the average of a 4-room flat within the area that is still relatively new is about $613,000. So I'll give this project 2 stars in terms of average resale value. In terms of estimated starting price, I'm guessing this project will be relatively affordable, so I'll give it 4 stars. In terms of amenities, actually there are several hawker centers and also shops within walking distance. And of course, if you want more amenities, you can always take a bus or take the MRT to the Jurong East MRT station area. So for amenities, I will give this project 3 stars. So in terms of number of schools, based on the HDB map, I counted and there are only like 6 schools in the area. So I'll give it 1 star in terms of school options. If we total the number, the average score is 2.6 out of 5 scales for Jurong East BTO project. Now let's talk about the Fernvale BTO at Sengkang. This project is located definitely within walking distance to Kupang LRT station because it's only 250 meters. But then again, the commute time to the CBD area is very far, right? So in terms of location, this project gets 3 stars. How about average resale price? Based on statistics, newly MOP projects around the area, which is like less than 10 years of age, is being sold on average $680,000, which to be honest is actually higher than what I expected, but I will give 2 stars for average resale price. In terms of estimated starting price, I'm guessing that this project will be one of the affordable offering of October 2025 BTO launch, so I'll give it 5 stars in terms of estimated starting price. How about amenities? Well, if you look at the map, there are quite a lot of amenities, some within walking distance, but of course you could always get more if you're willing to take a bus or take the LRT. So I'll give this project 3 stars in terms of amenities. In terms of number of schools, based on the HDB map, there are like 19 schools around here, so I'll give it 3 stars. If we total the number, the average for this project is 3.2 out of 5 skills. Next, let's talk about the Chencharu BTO at Yishun. Based on the Google map, this project is about 650 meters to Khatib MRT station, so it's still somewhat within walking distance. And of course, Khatib is part of the North-South line, so you will have a direct connection to Raffles Place MRT station or to City Hall MRT station. So I'll give this project 3 stars in terms of location. In terms of average resale price, based on the statistics, the average resale price for a 4-room flat in the area is $605,000. So I will give this project 2 stars in terms of potential resale value. In terms of estimated starting price, again, this project should be one of the affordable option. I'll give it 4 stars, but it could be 5 stars as well. We just have to wait for the HDB to release the price to know. But for now, I'll just give it 4 stars in terms of estimated starting price. In terms of amenities, this area is still being transformed, but based on the master plan, there will be an integrated development within walking distance from this project. So I'll give this project 3 stars. In terms of number of schools, based on the HDB map, there are like 21 schools. So I will give this project 4 stars in terms of school options. If we total the number, the average score for this project is 3.2 out of 5 skills. Now let's talk about the last project, which is the Yishun Ring Road BTO. In terms of location, unfortunately this project is not within walking distance to MRT station. It's about 1.5 kilometer away from Yishun MRT station, so you definitely would need to rely on feeder buses or take a bicycle or something. So I'll give this project 2 stars in terms of location. For average resale potential, it's about $605,000 based on the statistics. So I'll give this project 2 stars as well in terms of potential resale value. For estimated starting price, I am guessing this is another project that is affordable. I'll give it 4 stars for now. In terms of amenities, there are several malls, but then you need to take a bus to go there. Within walking distance, there are like some shops, but not that much. So I'll give this project 3 stars in terms of amenities. In terms of school options, there are like 21 schools around the area. So I'll give this project 4 stars in terms of school options. If we total the numbers for Yishun Ring Road BTO, the average is 3.0 out of 5 skills. I'm sure you are curious to see the summary of how all of these project scores stacked up against one another, so here is the combined table. In terms of winner, we have a tie between Bishan BTO and Hill Close BTO with 3.6 out of 5 skills. I was expecting that Bishan BTO would score high, but I'm kind of surprised that Hill Close BTO to score this high. It's even way higher than Keppel BTO. But hey, that's why we use a predefined criteria, right? So we can be more objective in the assessment. In terms of the lowest score, Jurong East is at the back of the pack, which is a surprise to me as well because I thought Bedok BTO will be the last, but apparently it's Jurong East BTO. Note that this matrix is just my opinion only because of course you might have different priorities. So for example, if nearby schools are not relevant for you, or if you just want to focus on the potential profit that you can make, of course you can always have your own matrix and do a weighted average and end up with a very different scoreboard. Comment down below if you want me to update this video after HDB launch their project so that we will have the estimated waiting time, the actual asking price, etc. for October BTO projects. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye! To get exclusive contents and support my work, click the join button to be part of the online family. Your support means a lot to keep us independent. Don't forget to join the membership, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye bye!